A very good morning, students. In my previous lecture, we talked about the Mendelian disorders, right? And in this last lecture from the principles of inheritance and variation, that is chapter number 5, we are going to talk about the chromosomal disorders. Now, as you know, that Mendelian disorders are the ones in which there is mutation in the gene, right? Mutation in the single gene, and those disorders, those defect, they can transmit from parents to offspring. But what are how these chromosomal disorders, they are different from the Mendelian disorder is that here is not the gene, here we are going to talk about the chromosomes. And that disorders happen due to either the gain or the loss of one or more chromosome, which we very well discussed in our mutation parts, which we call it as a aneuploidy, also +1 -1 +2 -2, right? That is or sometimes a set of chromosomes, they can be added or removed, like the ploidy single set, that is your haploid condition, and double set, that is diploid, more than 5 set, that is the polyploidy, which is usually seen in the plant. So chromosomal disorders, bacho, they are related with the chromosomes, their gain, their loss, their addition, their deletion, that leads to defect or the disorder which is known as chromosomal disorder. And that we discussed that why this thing happened, why there is addition or loss of chromosome, that is because of the something which is disturbing at during the cell division. See, cell division is a very controlled process. Any disturbance, any defect during this time, this will going to lead to a some disorder, right? So that happen, as you know, that when there is the sometime failure of separation of chromosome, then the condition of additional number of chromosomes sometimes happen. Now the examples in this which are given in NCERT, there are 3 examples, but I will take 4-5 examples here because we have to prepare for our NEET also. So here the first example we will take, that is the Down syndrome. The scientist name should be known to everyone as well as the year. It was first described by the Landon Down in the 1866. Why this syndrome is observed? It is caused due to presence of additional copy of chromosome number 21. As you know that in a normal way, in a normal person, there is 2 copies of chromosome 21 is received, but in an individual in which there is 3 copies of chromosome 21 is observed, this condition is known as trisomic condition. And this trisomic condition, it leads to your Down syndrome. So basically trisomy of 21, this cause Down syndrome. And why this happened? Because of the abnormal cell division. When the gamete formation occurs, जब भी कभी गैमीट फॉर्मेशन होता है तो कई बार जो 2 सेल बनते हैं उनमें एक सेल में बेसिकली एब्सेंट हो जाता है क्रोमोसोम. देयर दिस डज नॉट रिसीव एनी पेयर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम बिकॉज ये दोनों क्रोमोसोम सेपरेट ही नहीं हो पाते, विच यू कॉल द फिनोमिना नॉन डिसजंक्शन. इफ यू फील दैट व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, देन प्लीज गो थ्रू माई 2 lectures of mutations. You will definitely have crystal clear idea that what we are talking about here, that is the abnormal cell division. I explained very well there about the non-disjunction phenomena, right? So affected individuals usually short statured होते हैं height wise, as well as they have small round head and furrowed tongue, their tongue is usually protruding out, and partially opened mouth. These are the main characteristics of physical characteristics which you can observe in a Down syndrome affected individual. They are short statured, furrowed tongue, or partially opened mouth, and a small round head. If you look at their palm crease is very characteristically seen. Palm usually उनका broad होता है. Normally सबके palm broad नहीं होते हैं, but the persons with the Down syndrome, they have broad palm as well as with the palm crease. This is very clearly visible. As well as their psychomotor skills, means their physical activities, mental development, that is little bit slow, right? They are little bit slow in these activities. So these are the main characteristics of a person who suffers from Down syndrome. And what is this another name? It is known as trisomy of 21. So if anyone asks you that trisomy of 21, when chromosome number 21, it occurs in 3 copies, an extra copy of chromosome of 21 is there, this syndrome is known as Down syndrome. Now let's talk about the second example, which is Klinefelter syndrome. And bacha, this syndrome is seen in the males because there is the presence of additional copy of X chromosome in the male. Usually in a normal male, what do you observe? In a normal male, there is the XY condition is there. But those persons who suffer from Klinefelter syndrome, in those case, there is the 47 chromosomes are observed. And the genotype of these persons, that is 44 autosomes plus X, additional X, and that X is functional one, XXY. So this give rise to 45, 46, 47 chromosomes. So individual has developed masculine, it has a masculine development, men-like development, but feminine development is also seen. Feminine development means development of breast, which is known as gynecomastia. And these type of individuals, or those males who suffer from these type of condition, they are usually sterile because due to presence of one X chromosome, there is a something degeneration of seminiferous tubules, and if seminiferous tubules are not properly developed, then no spermatogenesis, no sperm formation, so individuals are sterile. And as you know that these normally males, they have XY, but now there is one more X, so usually only one X is functional. Other changes into a non-functional chromosome, which is a very seen as a dark stained body in the nucleus, and this is given a name, bar body. This is the chromosome which is basically non-functional. So one chromosome is functional, but another chromosome is present, and due to presence of this chromosome, a person develop as a feminine development is there, but this is reduced. This is not properly functional, so this is known as a body which is known as a bar body. That is, name is given on the after the scientist who discovered it. Sometimes students ask me कि मैम सिर्फ एक ही एक्स ऐड हो सकता है. नो बच्चा, sometime there is a very rare condition in which one more 2 extra X chromosomes are there. Sometimes there are 3 extra X chromosome are there. And these extra chromosome कैसे कोई locate करता है? These are detected by the chromosomal studies, and chromosomal study is known as karyotyping. And how does any person is able to locate these extra X chromosome? While जब वो chromosome study करते हैं, तो they appear as a stained body. these three, if they are extra chromosomes, they appear as a very dark stained bodies in the nucleus when you observe them under the chromosome. So this type of abnormality in the males leads to the very skeleton abnormalities, as well as it affect on the mental ability in the males, right? So another last example I'm taking here is Turner syndrome. As you know that the Down syndrome, it was described by the scientist, that is Langdon Down, in 1866, and this was discovered by H. Turner. That is why these names are given to them, and this is characterized by hypogonadism, means hypo, something is going to be less. The word hypo, when it comes, it means something is less. So here actually that happen is there is one X chromosome absent in females. फीमेल्स के पास 2 X क्रोमोसोम होते हैं, और अगर एक X क्रोमोसोम एब्सेंट हो जाए तो दिस कंडीशन इज नोन एज Turner syndrome, and this syndrome was discovered by H. Turner. Usually it is very rare, 1 in the 3000 females they get affected by this kind of chromosomal abnormality. और ये abnormality होती कब है? Now there is फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एबनॉर्मल जाइगोट, और फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एबनॉर्मल जाइगोट बनेगा कब? जब एग बनते टाइम, गैमीट फॉर्मेशन के टाइम पे कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ है. 22 ऑटोसोम्स तो हैं, बट नो एक्स क्रोमोसोम इज देयर इन द एग. Sperm is normal with the 1 X chromosome. So when the father with the 44 plus X and mother with 44 plus no X, they fuse, the zygote will be 44X0, and this type of zygote will suffer from a syndrome which is known as Turner syndrome. That is called whole one set of chromosome जो है, one chromosome, X chromosome, is absent. So individual is monosomic. Underdeveloped breast, reduced ovaries, reduced uterus, no oogenesis, no menstrual cycle. So definitely females will be sterile. As you know that now here usually females they have XX, but now 1X is 0. 1X is absent. So here now no bar body is seen, right? This was discovered by Murray Barr. But in Turner syndrome, if sometime this question is asked in your JIPMER and AIMS in the NEET paper, that bar body is not seen in, and the option is given as the Down syndrome, then Klinefelter syndrome, Turner syndrome. Now bar body is not seen in Turner's syndrome because only one X chromosome is functional, other one is completely absent. No extra X chromosome is there. So no bar body is seen in the Turner syndrome. Now another example we can take here is meta females or super females. Now look at the words. मेटा फीमेल्स और सुपर फीमेल्स. सुपर फीमेल्स कोई कब बन सकता है? जब एडिशनल एक्स्ट्रा एक्स क्रोमोसोम हो. सो दिस इज द कंडीशन इन विच देयर इज एक्स्ट्रा एक्स क्रोमोसोम इन द फीमेल्स. सो दिस लीड्स टू डेफिनेटली एबनॉर्मल सेक्शुअल डेवलपमेंट. ऐसा नहीं हो जाएगा कि बहुत ज़्यादा एक्स्ट्रा फेमिनाइन कैरेक्टर्स डेवलप होने चले जाएंगे. नो नो बच्चों, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर आवर बॉडी, our genetic makeup cannot tolerate addition or loss of extras, right? It does not tolerate. So abnormal sexual development, mental retardation, and female will be sterile. Same is the very similar to this is super males. Super males now, that is the extra Y chromosome, like 44 plus XYY. So height, above average हो जाएगी, इंटेलिजेंस में डेफिनेटली मेंटल एबिलिटी में अफेक्ट आएगा, और बिहेवियर में बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट आता है. दीज काइंड ऑफ पीपल, दे आर एंटी सोशल एंड they are very 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 aggressive. So this is all about in this chapter, which is called your principles of inheritance and variation. Bachcho, go through this chapter very very carefully, one by one topic, right? And don't leave this chapter as a revise this chapter 2 to 3 times, because this is one of the very very important chapters, right? So next we will meet you with the another lecture.